My name is Becky Singleton. I'm a single mom of 2 fantastic daughters who are super talented. An entrepreneur, a health and fitness coach, and I walk my own talk by working out every day. Motivational speaking, Reiki practitioner healer are some of the things I love to do. I've survived cancer. I'm also an agent of change at the highest level. But what I enjoy the most is cooking for the ones that I love. So join me in leveling up and being more happy, healthy, and fit. Hi, I'm Becky Singleton, and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. As you see, we're at a beautiful pool. It's the Swim-101 Aquatic Center that we're at today. We're going to talk about swimming in the next few episodes. So stay tuned, you'll learn some things. Today, what we're going to do is I'm going to share with you how I started swimming at the age of 50. So stay tuned, we're going to talk about that. But first, I want you to remember to make sure we are all social distancing, that we are washing our hands, and that we're wearing our masks in public. So please join us as we start our happy, healthy, and fit. Everybody, you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit, and I have a guest today, Coach Gilbert. How are you today, Coach?
I'm doing great, thank you.
I want Coach to join us today because I think it's really important as we learn more about swimming. As I mentioned, I learned how to swim at the age of 50. I'm older than that now, so the 50 years old was a marker for me. I wanted to do something that I had never done before. It was part of my bucket list. And because my daughter is such an awesome swimmer, I really felt it necessary for me to learn how to swim. But I want to talk to Coach about some things to think about if you're older and you're wanting to learn how to swim, some of the things to think about. So Coach, let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, thank you. I think learning how to swim at an older age is never too late. It's just a matter of overcoming. But the first thing is get in the water. Is that 50% of the job is right there. But I think it's a generational thing for the kids down the road. If you don't know how to swim, chances are you're not going to let your kids into the swimming part of it. So by breaking that cycle, it gives them the young kids a much better opportunity to swim. And especially in Houston, by Harvey, the importance of swimming, because they realize that the importance of learning how to swim. Because if they can't save themselves, how in the world are they going to save their kids? So I think that's number one, obviously.
And Coach brought up something very important. In 2017, we were hit with the Harvey Flood, and there were families that literally died because they did not know how to swim and get out of their vehicles. So that is a very important point. So when I started, I could touch the ground and the floor.
4.5 feet.
That made me feel a little safe. But when we switched pools here, I could no longer touch the ground because it's over 6 feet. But what it did for me, it forced me to stay focused in the water and swim across. And I think that was helpful to me. But as someone's beginning and they're afraid, the first things are what? What are the first things they want to learn?
I think learning how to keep their faces in the water, because that's the hardest part, is when to overcome, because you deaden the senses. You're completely underwater. You don't know how to. 90% of the time, people just panic and hold their breath, and that's the worst thing you can do if you're in the water, right? So I think having to relax by completely submerge your senses are deadened, and you can't take a breath, obviously, at the beginning, but learn how to relax. That's the first thing you do. Because if you do relax, it's a little bit easier to learn that. So.
And I agree. When I learned to put my face in the water and turn my head after so many strokes, I realized that I had control over my breathing. And I remember when Jay was little, when she was learning how to swim, it was always about the bubbles.
Yes, absolutely. Because when you put your face in the water, you can take maybe a few strokes and then what? You don't turn your breath. You can't hold your breath forever, obviously, so you have to let go of the air. Holding your breath actually makes you tense instead of relaxed. Right. So the exchange of gas makes you learn to swim for an extended amount of time save you for safety and for health reasons. Eventually later, you can lapse back and forth by getting closer to normal breathing pattern.
So that's awesome, and that's true. I really had to learn how to feel comfortable with putting my face in the water and turning my head. I'm still not great about turning side to side, but I do have a prominent side where I turn, and I literally can go up and back and do laps. So I'm really grateful for that. Let's end this note on how would someone contact, who are they looking for when they want to learn how to swim?
Well, obviously, prior to all these things going on right now, but your local YMCA will help you, and there's a lot of swim schools all over Houston. So just look at them in the internet, and you'll find somewhere close to your house, because that's another factor. If it's close, they tend to go more instead of having to drive further out. But it's there. It's never too late, and
Never too late.
It's just the importance is, I can't imagine. I can't see how important it is for everybody to learn how to swim, especially for adults, because kids, they don't have the fear yet, then just jump in like in play. But I think it's quite important for all of them.
I will say I grew up in a very cold climate where swimming wasn't a priority, and so I played every sport. I can play any sport, literally I can play any sport, but I didn't know how to swim. And so when I moved to a warmer climate, I felt it necessary. And also, really, something inside of me said I could do it. I can do this. I can learn how to swim. I can learn anything. I can learn how to swim. So you can learn how to swim too. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can learn how to swim. There are facilities all around our cities that are available to teaching you how to swim. So I thank you, Coach Gilbert, for joining us today. I hope you got some good information about getting started for swimming. And as the series continues, we're going to show you some strokes and some safety measures, and we're just going to keep this going in the next few episodes. So thank you for joining us. I want you to always be happy, healthy, and fit. I'm Becky Singleton. This is Coach Gilbert. And we're just like you.